Besides, kids, I don't like cocaine myself, although I do like the smell.
At any rate, everyone better hide their President Trump fucking ecstasy pills and move the dead bodies under the floorboards. We're doing this.
Okay, you're trying to get
Wait,
away
I
from us,
can't.
kid. Moving along. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third attempt at getting a podcast to actually last less than 30 minutes, given the cast of wacky characters in this team. I'm not sure if we're going to be successful, but we'll try. Ladies, everyone, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, hello. My name's Gyro C1. Um, I'm a background. I appear to be doing the backgrounds right now. Mostly doing. Looks like it's technical work. It's pretty daunting. I now have to deal with chairs tonight. I now have to deal with chairs in an auditorium. It's a nightmare.
Yes, that's the fun part of game development, ladies and gentlemen. Drawing lines, drawing backgrounds, and then drawing them again and again
Yeah.
and again until
Gotta
Dad
look.
finally says, "Hey, Bill, that's okay. You don't need to drink the bleach. Put it down, Bill." Sorry, what?
Well, I just have to look at. Yeah, even looking at references shows that I have got a lot to learn. I'll eventually learn it. Now where are my references? I keep a I keep a folder of lots of references. I just search for Google Images. It's not like I'm going to use the picture of the reference online, so I can just look at it and keep it for my own personal use. Now where? Okay.
That works.
Yep,
Uh,
for personal use. That line never really
yeah.
bothers me and the cops, but it might do better for you.
Yeah. All right. Uh, there we go. Okay.
Let's see. I am a lady fuzztail, and I'm a squirrel, and I am brought here to do sprite work. But currently, I'm working on making the mannequins so that we can do the skeletal animations for some of the enemies. And that's pretty much it. I also contribute some, concept sketches of my own.
Yeah, all the artists gotta tend to do that a little bit. I'm trying my hand at drawing some stuff too. Some fan art of work that's already here, I guess. Might inspire someone else to do something else. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Jelly, why don't you say hi to the folks at home?
Hi, folks at home.
Mm.
I guess I can continue after that. So I'm Jelly Skink, and I am the main concept artist, as well as doing the promotional art and various other art con- talk sprites and stuff that goes on T-shirts and some item sprites that'll need to be shrunk down and redone. We also do detailing on some backgrounds. Well, I've done detailing on two of them, only one of which I'm really happy with. But I don't think that's going to be in the demo.
The subway? Yeah, that's gonna be in the demo.
Oh, you said before it wasn't going to be.
No, I said you didn't have to redraw it.
Someone said it wasn't going to be.
Well, somebody was wrong.
Okay.
And I'm Bill, the producer. I basically do things that nobody else wants to or help out where I'm needed.
And I am the Templar Gamer, who is the glorified bean counter of this little group.
Don't you mean to run over you, gamer?
Ah,
That'll never get old.
no, it won't. Especially when the folks at home have no clue what we're talking about. and I prefer it that way.
Yep.
So anyway, Bill, what's on the agenda tonight? Because I wasn't given to. You're just gonna see or nothing but me just raging all over the place about everything.
Well, we will be going over the standard. I talked to our programmer, who unfortunately was far too sick to meet this podcast. She is working on getting the collision detection down proper. As a matter of fact, the last update I have on this is she got to work a little bit on the code. Still trying to figure out why the player stops knowing what platform is moving over while landing from a jump. Oh, this is on my Facebook. Oops. Nope, that's a archive. So forget I'm actually recording my desktop as I do this meeting. So yay.
Yes.
Oh, nothing bad happened as far as I know. But yeah, Amaranth's still working on the programming. We should have some pretty decent, we should have these problems hammered out here in the next couple of weeks. Quincy, why don't you give the folks an update at home what you're doing? Oh, he shut his mic off. Okay, maybe not.
I mean, I didn't mute. You were saying what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I'm still hammering away at this background, trying to redo the theater. It hasn't really, unfortunately, it hasn't really changed much. Since I last showed a picture of it. Might as well, anyways. But yeah, lots of chairs. I've also been working 2 part-time jobs. I'm getting ready to quit one of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll have more time to beat my head against a wall on this problem. Like, really, chairs. They are a nightmare. You sit on them every day, but they are complicated. Probably took centuries of engineering genius to even make what the folding chairs that we have today. So, and now I have to figure out how to draw them, and then do it again and again and again. There's like a bunch of chairs here, and I'll have to figure out some shortcuts, but I might just have to draw them all individually, and then someone else is going to have to color them all individually. Have fun! Yeah.
Yep, good thing I got that bleach on standby. When I say bleach, I mean apple vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, because, come on, you don't drink bleach, kids. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, you'll end up with, if you don't die a horrible, painful death, you'll end up with your intestine as your esophagus and have to drink liquid diet for the rest of your life. That's no fun. You want to chew your food like everyone else. Delicious.
Fuck you. I want to be a cyborg that's fueled off the nutrient soup.
Don't be a sheeple.
Alright, who's next?
Pick someone, fearless leader.
Oh, wow, I got promoted fearless leader. Alright, cool, that works. Templar, what the fuck have you been doing for this team?
Still working on getting business crap sorted out. Unfortunately, due to several issues I won't get into, progress has been fucking slow.
He's been trapped in a rape dungeon for the past few weeks, folks. You gotta give him a little bit of time.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, I mean, you're a white kid in the suburbs, so that's the only solution I've got. Jelly, why don't you let Templar out of your basement? With your weird masked gimp down there. Wait, no. No, that's my house. Never mind.
That's where all the sick people went.
What, my house? Oh, fuck.
The
Oh
Kim
no.
I'm cleaning it up. Okay. Jelly, why don't you give the folks at home an update?
Cool. So since last time, I finished work on the first picture of the character. Let's see. Monster Bust should be there. We go. Monster Bust, Lamia 2017, and there we go. It's all finished, shaded, and everything.
And let's go ahead and throw that in full screen. And ooh, still looks damn good.
Thank you. I also did some concepts that I've sent in chat before, but I will show to the audience. Let's see.
I'm really liking the color patterns, well, the scale patterns on her snake tail portion.
Thank you.
It's a really good color scheme.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, this one.
And
Red
this
and
is-
black are pretty dangerous colors. Shows that she's poisonous. Mamba is poisonous, so
She's also based on a real snake, a red-bellied black snake.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they live in Australia.
Not only that, it's an Aussie. If they're not venomous in being able to punch you repeatedly in the face, they usually have a venomous tongue.
Or a venomous spur at the back of their hands.
Snakes don't have hands, you silly.
Nah, I'm more talking about the duck-billed platypus.
I know it was a joke.
And I'm just talking about Australians in general.
Ha!
Also, there's this concept that I contributed on top of Jelly's King's Malaga design.
Malaga in demon form, it seems.
I decided to go with a much more Lovecraftian approach for the design.
Now the question
Yeah, we're
is,
not sure how we're gonna blend the two yet, or what we're gonna do with it.
Well, I mean, we know that one of her. We have the little Tiamat design here that I'm pulling up here is going to be one of the forms Miss Malaga will be taking for the final boss fight. However, we're
Also
not,
a space
Mhm.
shark.
yeah, space shark. This is going to happen on the moon because we said so. Deal with it.
I also like the idea of rib cages being repurposed into a giant fucking maw. It's like, if you need something to look extreme nightmarish, have body parts open up where they shouldn't be opening up, and have various, body surface organs where they shouldn't be. That's pretty much my philosophy when it comes to nightmare
This
creatures.
is like, she's supposed to be still sexy though, right?
Well, if you ask the character designer from Ninja Gaiden, that's pretty sexy according to them. Only 3 people
I
in this chat
have-
played Ninja Gaiden.
No, I wanted to say something, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty of mothers in the audience who are just going to be screaming when I say it. So I'm
Say
just
it.
biting my tongue.
Say it, say it, say it, say it. Say it.
Okay, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure that there are no less than fucking 10 fandoms that would masturbate to that. As is.
Yeah.
Only 10?
Oh,
You're underestimating.
I said no less for a reason.
There's also the unaligned.
Well, you learn something new about the internet every day, folks. That's why I'm going to put this video under the educational tag.
Hey, it's accurate.
Yeah.
The more you know. G.I. Joe.
Knowledge is power. So who's next?
Fuzzy?
Be a leader. Make decisions.
I said
Go.
Fuzzy. That's why she's next.
Oh, didn't I just introduce myself?
You did
We're doing
introduce
progress
yourself.
now.
Yeah, this is
All right. All right. Well, I haven't done much today because this week because I've been pretty much swamped with commission work and stuff. But I managed to contribute this nightmarish demon design, and once I got more free time going on, I am definitely going to be working more on that mannequin thing, which is something that I've been working on at the moment, which is basically taking the monster designs that Tegan and Quincy have made for the enemies and making mannequins out of them so I can animate them frame by frame using skeletal drawing techniques.
Well, to the vlog appearing to be M or higher, let's be perfectly honest. I don't think we're saying anything new that the kids at home haven't heard already. I mean, it's not
Oh
like we're
yeah.
going into deep detail on fletching or felching. Felching is the term.
Where did the felching come from?
Well, the thing is, you typed it on the screen, and I said the screen is recording, Quincy. So.
Well then.
Yeah. Yes, the screen is recording.
I was wondering about that.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm kind of glad the screen is recording, so I don't have to go digging around through Windows Movie Maker and add the pictures in there. I can just click on this artwork here and say there. Actually, let's open up the original, make it bigger.
Paint some happy little trees here, some happy little green over there.
And yep, oh. The butt parts of the seat might need to be just a tad bit lower, Quincy, but all in all, not bad.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, where I tried to simplify it so that I could wrap my brain around it. Still having problems with that, but yeah, the seats where it looks like you're supposed to sit down, that's actually just where the armrests are that's the level of the armrests, and it's gonna go down a bit more. I mean, that's how auditorium seats work, right?
It's been a while since I've been inside an auditorium, so.
Okay, well, let's hope I don't get. Yeah, I hope we don't get like copyright infringement for like using a vlog. I could post a picture of of a an auditorium seat that I'm using that I just got off of Google Maps. Who knows where it's from? It doesn't appear to be from a stock photo place, but I mean,
Well, you're not tracing it, so I don't think you got to worry about any sort of potential.
no, I meant like posting it here, but I'm just not gonna post it
Oh.
here. I should figure out how to use Creative Commons anyways. Sure.
Well,
We'll figure. Yeah.
Moving along.
Moving along.
At the speed of sound.
Yeah, I guess I should update.
Everyone said stuff. Everyone said stuff, haven't they? Anything else we're missing?
No. As for what I've been doing, I have been trying to figure out how to redo the park with the proper measurements that we need. Fortunately, we do not have to redraw the sequence or scenery because we were able to just break that off and section it into proper format.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the Potato Park, on the other hand, I'm gonna have to do again from scratch.
Yeah, I didn't have the measurements then. I think we talked to everyone and agreed on measurements. Yeah, we gotta make sure everyone's on the same page. Gotta talk
Well,
about these
we're
things.
all on the same page now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. That's why I'm redoing the theater. But then I also have to those chairs. Yes. Okay.
So these, for the folks at home, are the subway backgrounds that we have thus far, shrunk down to the proper measurements for the game. Meaning, the next time you see in the next prototype, all of our characters should be in proper
Probably will have
proportions
to redo
with the
that.
scenery.
It's really fuzzy.
I don't know. It looks pretty straight up on my end.
All right, it actually looks fine. Like if you can extend the width so that we can have like a scrolling engine, sort of, put into it, it would actually make for a pretty long, section of fighting.
Doesn't it look fuzzy to you guys though?
Let me check. No, it actually looks fine.
Huh. It even looks weird and fuzzy on Open Original to me.
Hmm. You may be right.
I'm not seeing it as fuzzy, but
All right, inspecting it, it looks like you may have resized the whole thing.
yeah, I did.
Well, Bill, please tell me, what sort of filter do you use for the resizing?
Filter?
Yeah, like did you use bilinear, trilinear?
Cubic, nearest neighbor.
I just punched in the measurements that we needed.
Oh, well,
And
if you really want to,
what I ended up doing was I ended up cutting the original that Tegan posted in half in order to actually shrink that down into the proper proportions.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's the best way to do things because if you do that and there's some sort of resizing, you're gonna get resizing artifacts. What you'd want to do is to when you do the resizing, right, you'll need to do nearest neighbor because that preserves all the colors that you put into the thing,
So preserves
and
the
you'll
pixel.
yeah,
Makes it
and
more
you'll
sharp.
yep, and if you want to, and then afterwards you'll have to, tweak the pixels individually in order to fix up any sort of resampling or resizing errors that crop up.
Good to know.
Hmm. Yeah, pixel work is a lot different to regular graphical work. You're going to be working on stuff that is very, very finicky when it comes to, sizes. It demands a pretty precise sense of scale and proportion. That if you mess up and, you try to fix something up, you are gonna have to be stuck with it for a while because if you try to resize it, it'll just come up with some pretty dirty and ugly resizing artifact. Or if you try to smooth things over, you're gonna lose the transparency well, the perfect, 1-0 transparency, because a lot of the pixels are going to be resampled to a partial transparency sort of level, which will make everything look very blurry and muddy.
I am sorry. I am sorry, guys, for you guys and everyone else.
It's all right.
No.
No, I think you would really want what you really want to do is to only resize it if you can put it at a low integer sort of ratio. So like 1 out of 2, 2 out of 1 are good, resizing, ratio. 3 out of 2, 2 out of 3 is a little bit, sketchy because you'll be losing. You'll be doing things at a 2-to-1 ratio, which is not exactly perfect when it comes to scaling. But yeah, like if you like, you would want to do like half size or quarter size or 8 size, and in some cases you may get away with 2/3 size. Anything beyond that, and you're really messy territory.
Alright.
So just keep that in mind.
Alright. So, doing a little test right now, resizing the background for the park that Quincy has here. Or part of it, anyway.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, so it looks like we need to.
Looks real game development.
Yeah.
Also, I think you don't need to crop the sides. I think you only need to make sure that the height is specified. That the height is to the specifications of what Amron asked for.
And what was the height again?
I think was it 384 pixels?
That sounds about right.
Let's see. I have it down to.
Let's see.
Yeah, 384 pixels tall. But yeah, I'll just type it in.
Good.
400 wide, 480 wide, if I remember correctly.
Now, 480 wide is just the size of the screen, but I'm pretty sure that Amron's going to be implementing scrolling, like left to right scrolling.
Yeah.
So it can be pretty long as long as you want, as long as it follows a multiple of 32 pixels. So you can have backgrounds that is like 384 by 768, and that could work. Now, actually, the viewing screen is 270 by 480. But 384 is like as much as how much the background is willing to scroll vertically compared to the viewing screen. So I think that 384 by 768 is a pretty good size for most backgrounds. But if you want to do more, make sure that it's a multiple of 32. Like you get pixel widths like 1024. Those are good. 1152 is actually pretty good as well.
Neat.
Like I said, if you can divide the canvas into perfect 32 pixel chunks,